Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, guys, we're going to be going over an insane new theory that could possibly see Vari getting 11 new types in the game. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you go another like, subscribe, let's just straight into the video. Alright guys, so with the weekly Vari updates returning to Loomian Legacy, at least for now, this has definitely left a lot of speculation as to what the next couple of Vari types are actually going to be. And my theory was completely right. You guys, some of you guys doubted me, okay? Some of you guys doubted me, but my entire theory was that they're at least going to start doing every single Vari type with the types that the Eevee evolutions inside of Pokemon, which is kind of what Vari is based off of, doesn't have, okay? So, you know, of course you have things like the Eevee evolutions, Water, Fire, Grass, Psychic, Dark, you know, all that type of stuff, which is why we haven't seen any of those types in Loomian Legacy yet, and instead we've seen things like Brawler, Ancient, which is like kind of like Dragon, you know, I guess even things like Bug, right? Like a Bug type Vari evolution. We've seen stuff like that, right? And now there's just an entirely new thing, right, that has come out with the Buzzolin update that changes this theory, but also kind of in a good way. Alright guys, so with the Buzzolin update yesterday, there was a lot of stuff added to the game, of course, Buzzolin itself, and the entire pity system, but with all of that, there was one more thing that people kind of overlooked, okay? And that was the new Loomianpedia. Now, I say new Loomianpedia because, yes, some things did get changed. I'll show, like, a full, like, kind of outward screen thing of it, okay? As you can see, stuff like Waka Laka and Festifer have actually been moved instead of, like, you know, being in that little weird spot where, like, all the events were kind of packed into. They're actually moved right next to their evolution spots, right? So, with that being said, there was also one little tiny teensy-weensy thing that basically reveals the next Vari evolutions, okay? And I do have to say that this is a theory, but if you start to look into it, the theory actually makes a lot of sense, okay? So, of course, we have the entire row of Varis, okay? We have Vari, Servolin, Wendolin, Kirolin, Zepholin, Venolin, Resolin, and Buzzolin, right? And if you guys remember before this update, Copling, Copperage, and Oxydrake were actually in the middle of all that, okay? And it made for this kind of weird thing where, like, of course you had stuff like Resolin, which was after Oxydrake when it should have been in the same row as the Varis. It was just really, really confusing, okay? But now, they actually moved Copling and Oxydrake and all that stuff to the end, right? Or at least past it. So now, there's this big open space for all of the Varis. Now, a big open space for all of the Varis. Now, my theory, here's where this comes in, is that all of these missing spaces are going to be a new Vari evolution, and hear me out, okay? By looking at all of the empty spaces, we can see that it fills up exactly 10, okay? Now, we have 10 spaces right there. How many Vari evolutions do we have in the game so far, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, right? Well, 7 plus 10 is 17. What else is 17? The amount of types inside of Loomian Legacy. So guys, we are possibly going to be getting a type for every single Vari in the game, okay? So that means, you know, yes, my theory is wrong, but it's also right at the same time, because here's what I also feel like, okay? I feel like what they're gonna do is they're gonna finish off all of these typings that the, you know, of course, evolutions don't have. That would be, I think, Light, if it, of course, doesn't, you know, correspond with, like, Fairy and stuff like that, Metal, Earth, and I believe that's about it. Yeah, those three types right there. And then after that, they're gonna start doing things like a Fire type Vari evolution, a Water type, Plant type, Dark type, Mind type, all of those types of Varis, okay? And then boom, we get to see some cool stuff in the game like that. More Varis, everybody's happy, okay? And also, you know, if we look at it in terms of like a weekly update type of thing, right? We could actually be seeing possibly 10 weeks, basically, of new Varis. Now, do I think that they're going to be doing 10 weeks back to back to back to back to back? No, obviously not. But I do think it would be cool to see some things like an Ice-type Vari evolution, maybe for the Christmas update, right? Or a Dark-type Vari evolution for a Halloween update, right? Stuff like that, and including it, you know, including these Loomians into those updates is going to make the most sense, and will actually fill up all of these spots. So, yeah, guys, of course, expect the next couple Vari updates to at least probably be something like my theory, you know, a Metal type, an Earth type, or a Light type. I believe those are the only three types that we have left until it actually starts getting into things like the Fire types and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely a very interesting theory that I think actually has a lot of, I mean, you know, solid proof. I mean, you know, you think of Vari, it is the Loomian that can evolve into many types, right? Well, if you have all of these spaces that are unfilled, and you fill in the blanks, you know, it's just a really, really big coincidence that 17 slots and 17 types kind of, you know, go hand in hand with each other, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, guys, that was my theory. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts about it down in the comments below. Do you guys disagree with this theory? Do you guys agree with this theory? Let me know. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you go another like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.